Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. I'm here with your March astrology report, and I'm going to analyze from Sagittarius to Pisces. All right, guys. So if you have a Sagittarius rising, sun and moon, this is your March astrology forecast. The rising sign is all about you, about your surrounding, about your body, the way you pretend and represent yourself. And the sun sign is about your father figure, authority figure, your career. The moon sign is about your mother figure. It's about your emotion, and it's about your subconscious. So I actually recommend you to watch for rising sun and moon. So March 1st, we're going to have Sun in Pisces sextile Uranus. No, actually, at first it's going to sextile Jupiter in Taurus. It's going to affect our 4th and 6th house. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so it's all about me as well. So the 4th house and the 6th house, it is a very sweet aspect. It is something which is easy flowing. It's a flowing opportunity. It's a Venusian aspect. So the 4th house, everything to do with your family, with your living situation. 6th house, anything to do with your work, health, and daily routine. This aspect brings positive growth in your home and family life, and beneficial impacts your work and health routine. It's going to improve your living situation, and actually it's going to improve your productivity and your well-being as well, because Jupiter is blessing and Sun is your vitality. So, for example, you might decide to create a home office space that significantly improves your work from home efficiency, and overall, it's going to be better for your life, for the balance in your life. So you're just gonna move everything home, and you don't have to commute anymore, and it's going to make your life easier. March 3rd, we're going to have Venus in Aquarius squaring Uranus in Taurus. So this is a tension, this is challenge. The square is a Martian aspect. It is something to do with inner courage, and also some kind of inner fight and inner, like war. So it's going to happen between the 3rd and the 6th house. What's going to happen over here? So it's tension between short trip and communication, because that's the 3rd house representing, or it could be vehicle as well, and some kind of sudden change at your work environment, or maybe even your health routine. So it could actually be something like a sudden work assignment might disrupt your planned short trip, or unexpected news received through communication requires a quick adaptation in your daily routine. It could also change something with your vehicle. So for example, maybe the health of the vehicle, right? So maybe you're going to have to take the car to a shop because, the oil lamp is showing, or the check engine sign came up. It could be some kind of tension in communication as well with your co-workers, with your tenant, because 6th house also representing your tenant, your landlord, and your roommates. So it could be some kind of issue with that. And Mars and Uranus is quite nasty Venus square. So it could be an unexpected fight, maybe in the neighborhood, maybe about a pet. Your pet gets out and bites someone, or somebody stole your pet and you're going to accuse someone with stealing it. So it could be some kind of issue over there. Or, with a younger sibling, you're going to start to fight with a younger sibling. Then March 4th, Mercury in Pisces sextile Uranus is in Taurus. It is very welcoming aspect. It is a good flow. 4th and 6th house again. Your 4th and 6th house going to get emphasized during March. So this is very good and ideal for your home situation. Something is changing at home. Something is changing with your rental situation, and something going to get better. You might actually going to purchase a rental property. You might be able to rent out your home, or even sell it. And you might just sell your home and move in a rental because you don't want to deal with everything around, you know, like the roof changing, the window changing, and, you know, you just move in a rental. But it could be also idea for changing the family health routine. Maybe you're going to have new supplements for your family members. Maybe you're going to see the sunrise every single day together, you know, a new routine for the family, which is loving, which is welcoming. It is a breakthrough, and maybe one of the family member going to suggest something with your health. Maybe you're struggling with your health, you have to lose weight, and somebody going to actually recommend something, or they're going to help you to start the health. Maybe you go with your children to the gym and it's helping you to lose weight. March 5th, Mars in Aquarius, sextile North Node in Aries. North Node is a mathematical point. It is the head of the dragon. It is the karma that you have to take on to. That is the road that you have to go on. The path was not walked on yet, right? It is something, a purpose over here, and it is a Jupiterian blessing energy. And because this is a sextile, and it is the 3rd and 5th house, something to do with communication, with creative project. You might going to go for a short trip with your children, or you might going to start to do some creative project together, but it could be something with communication or maybe media. Maybe you're going to create some AI project together. 3rd house is digital media, it's social network also, but more like newspaper. So you might going to have a community newspaper around in your community together with your children. Definitely self-expression is going to get a lot better. Your romantic life is going to get a lot better. Maybe you're going to a short trip with your lover. You can have some kind of amazing, like you're gonna get proposed to, like an engagement party, or your child could get engaged, for example. Or if your child has some kind of, you know, like a lower education, this means like from pre-K to high school, they can get into a really, really good program, some kind of creative program, which you're going to really like, and you're going to be happy about. Because 5th house is also happiness. Writing or speaking about a personal passion, a personal project, going to bring actually closure to you. Your creative dreams, anything to do with lyrics or getting an agent, signing a contract with an agent also could happen for you. Then March 8th, you're going to have Mercury conjunct Neptune. It could be a little bit confusion. I keep telling to everyone, it could be like a Mercury retrograde energy. But Neptune is forgiveness. Neptune is the higher octave of love. Neptune, anything to do with the underprivileged, with hospitality, with hospice, with nursing, and also with addiction as well. And then Mercury is communication, sales, you know, like ability to process information. So there is some kind of confusion over here, and it's happening in your 4th house. However, this could be an amazing project to renovate your home, to find your dream home and have the contract and sign the contract, because Neptune is dream, something beautiful, it's a higher octave of Venus, you know, like it's going to be dreamy and beautiful. Or actually, it could be like you travel to a faraway place. Mercury is traveling, faraway place where it's a retreat. It is a country where you have never been, and it's peaceful and beautiful nearby the ocean. See the sunrise, sunset from an island. Or you are purchasing actually a house in an island. It could be as well. But, you know, family home matters are really, you know, like getting creative ideas, and it's very loving. It's a beautiful spiritual environment for your family, imaginative, because actually Neptune is imagination as well. You might going to feel very intuitive because Mercury Neptune could be as well, or, you know, have some kind of dream about, and it could be very inspiring, maybe about a family member who passed away and they are coming back in your dreams. March 9th, Mars going to square Uranus and Taurus. And Mercury in Aries, because Mercury gonna go ingress Aries March 9th also, and right away it's going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. So there is 2 aspects plus the ingress over there. So Mars-Uranus square, as usual, is going to bring sudden challenges and disruption, because Uranus is disruption, anything to do with health and health matters. So you might want to actually go and check out your health. Something could happen. Mars is anything on your face. It could be inflammation. Uranus could be neurological. So, and because Uranus is in Taurus, I would think maybe something with your jaw, maybe it's an implant, maybe it's a wisdom teeth has to get removed, you know, or a root canal or something like that. And meanwhile, Mercury-Pluto sextile going to happen actually and involve the 3rd and 5th house. And this is good because that is transformative. Pluto is making a huge change in your communication, the way you belong from your community, nearby community. So you might going to take onto a role and you might going to become a leader. You are very powerful actually, and maybe people fears you somehow. And it could be some kind of great project also with children. You might going to do a skill-based study for children, you know, to invent something. Maybe it's an after-school program. Maybe you're gonna teach drama or singing lesson or anything to do with children, with creative project there. Or, you know, it could be like you are writing a book, you're writing a lyrics, and it's powerful. It has a very, very deep message, and soon it could be seen. March 9th, Mercury enters Aries, your 5th house, as I mentioned before, you know, anything about children, love affairs, investment, and winning prizes. So you might going to actually enter some kind of contest, and you writing a lyrics, as I said, you writing some creative project. You have a way of communication with children, and you're not giving up. You are advocating actually something for joy and pleasure, and you are advocating something for children as well. All right, so creative expression, great time for bold, direct communication and creative project, and you can be very enthusiastic, and you're going to have a deep interaction with children and underage children, because 5th house is children. All right, then March 10th, new moon going to be in Pisces in your 4th house. Anything to do with your family, with your living situation. It's a new beginning, and it's going to unfold actually till August. Or actually the eclipse is gonna happen in September. So the recent living situation, you maybe want to buy a home, okay, or you want to renovate your home. And the recent living situation going to end most likely September 17th, when the lunar eclipse going to happen in the same house, in 4 degrees. And so actually, no, it's going to be 25 degrees, as I remember, yes, because it's on my Jupiter. So what's going to happen? So right now you may be planning to buy something, you're preparing, and by that time you are capable to move. It could bring in a new family member. You can adopt a dog, a pet, or you know, you might gonna adopt a child, or actually thinking of a new child. Yeah, that could be it. Or renovate your home, changing for the better. It's a new start, new beginning. Plant some seeds. It could be some kind of emotional foundation at home, you know, because of this is a moon. Moon is your emotion, that's your subconscious, and 4th house is your foundation. And emotional foundation could be growth and stability and positive. And March 11th, Venus going to enter ingress Pisces. It is really good because Venus in Pisces is exalted and it's in your 4th house. Definitely renovating, maybe buying beautiful pictures, designing, redesigning, actually consult with a designer to create something beautiful at home, something to do with your kitchen. Maybe you're going to renovate your kitchen. Or Venus at home, you know, it could be like you're gonna be more creative at home. So maybe you are starting a jewelry-based business, or, you know, even sewing clothes at home. And it's gonna be the base of your business, you know, like whatever Bezos started out from the garage, you know, you're gonna start out from your home office, and then later on it could grow. Okay, so the next one going to be March 19, when Sun going to, and 19 and 20, Sun going to ingress Aries in your 5th house. All the emphasis on your children, all the emphasis on your joy, happiness, traveling. So that's good, because you're going to have a lot of vitality. You're going to become really creative, very happy, enthusiastic, and you're going to have deep connection with your kids. You might going to have some kind of good news about your children. They can get enrolled or get into a school where they belong from. So definitely excellent time to activities that's going to bring joy. So bucket list house this is, you know, starting something. If you want to do like jump out from an airplane, or bungee jumping, or skydiving, this is the time for that. You know, March 22nd, Mars going to enter Pisces, your 4th house. You're going to be more assertive. So I told you, you already planned maybe to renovate your home, or you look for another living situation, but right now you're going to be assertive. You're going to take actions, actually. And then it could be also like, you know, maybe you're going to have some kind of argument with a family member, some kind of conflict with a family member, and it could be about a creative project. Maybe you don't agree how much money you should invest in designing the house, you know, so it could be that as well. All right, and then we're going to have, but you know, basil, if you have argument, basil brings peace, so you can consume a lot of basil. And also amethyst is bringing peace, and forgiveness is holite. So if you would like to, you can use those stones and use basil, which could bring peace and harmony. All right, so then we're going to have March 25, the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, and it's going to happen in your 11th house. 11th house is your social network. That is your group belonging. That is your group environment, your friendship zone, your community involvement. So the lunar eclipse is a fated event. It's ending something unexpectedly. So actually it could eclipse out a friend, and, you know, either because of the friend could leave this physical journey, or it could be like you're losing a friendship and you're finishing a friendship and you're done with it. It could also, you know, like you want to clear out your social media account, and you're just going to, like, you belong from a lot of group, but right now it's gonna start to annoy you, and you are just like, okay, done. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Social events, for example, you might don't want to go to social events anymore because it's exhausting you. But your goals and dreams are changing also. So you might going to give up a long-term goal because, you know, it does not suit your needs anymore, and it's not your values and morals anymore, and you are just like, okay, I'm not gonna go with it. I put too much time in something and it's just not working. March 29, Pallas Athene gonna go to your sign in Sagittarius in your 1st house. Pallas is wisdom. Pallas is the warrior goddess, asteroid. It's beautiful, and in your 1st house it's going to, you know, give you time to change, and actually your personal image and your personal growth going to change. Why? Because Pallas Athene is gonna go in retrograde, so you're going to return to something that served you previously and you gave it up, and, or, you know, you were short on that kind of situation, and right now you are like, you know, Matt, it's really worked for me the way I was fighting for something. You know, I need to use wisdom. I don't have to be revengeful over here. Let me be wise and, you know, only choose my battles, because not everybody deserves my energy. So definitely it solves problem and strengthen your your self-worth and self-confidence. And you know, if you want to use remedies, then sage is wisdom. So you can burn sage at home. It could be really good. And March 31st, then Vesta going to enter Cancer, and it's going to happen in your 8th house. You know, Vesta is the eternal flame. 8th house, anything to do with inheritance mortgages. So as I said, maybe you're gonna go to get a mortgage and a good rate, and you know, eternal flame, because you want to actually have that house. But I said it's going to unfold really, really soon. All right, guys, you know the drill. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and share my videos. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, guys, we are going to Capricorn. Here it is. If you have a Capricorn rising, sun and moon, this is your March astrology forecast. So we're going to start March 1st with Sun in Pisces sextile Jupiter in Taurus, and it's going to affect your 3rd and 5th house. This aspect encourages growth and luck in your communication and in short trips as well, because 3rd house is short trips as well, and communication skill-based study. It is also anything to do with your younger siblings, something to do with journalism and writing project. So it's going to bring in some opportunity to write something, or maybe they're going to ask you to write for a newspaper. Maybe you're gonna go for a short trip with a romantic partner, or maybe with your children, because 5th house could be a children as well, but definitely it could be a creative writing project coming into your way, or write love letters and you know, some kind of romantic creative inspiration over here. March 3rd, Venus in Aquarius square Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is disruption, and the unexpected is the rebel. Venus in Aquarius, you know, Uranus rules Aquarius, so Venus is in its home. Venus is love and affection, but this is a square, it's a tension, and it's between your 2nd and 5th house, so anything to do with your investment and finances, because 5th house is investment and winning prizes, and 2nd house actually is finances. Maybe you put a lot of money in gambling or lottery ticket or you know, things like that, and you can lose right now. Or you put in some kind of investment and you put all your money in one basket and it could decrease. So be careful over that. It could be also some kind of sudden change in a romantic life. So because of your values are changing and your self-worth is changing, maybe your romantic partner actually doesn't give you self-confidence or always make comments about you, and you're not gonna like that. Then we're going to have March 4th, Mercury in Pisces sextile Uranus in Taurus. This is very, very positive. It is great communication ideas. It is something to do with writing projects, something to do with creativity, romance, and children. Positive development over here, and it's unexpected because Uranus is involved. So a conversation or message sparks an unexpected creative idea or solution to a romantic challenge over here. It's going to enhance your personal expression, so it's going to be great for you. But anything, I would say it's more like to get an agent or write a lyrics or start to sing or start a singing lesson. It could be really great for you. March 5th, Mars in Aquarius sextile North Node. North Node is actually Jupiterian energy. That is the mathematical point of the moon. So it is beautiful, 2nd and 4th house. If you would like to actually invest in your family or invest in your living situation, there you're going to have the money for that. You want to renovate your home. You know, it could be amazing. If you would like to actually purchase a home because of, you know, like you think it is a good investment, it could be great as well. Anything to do with domestic goods could be great, but I would think real estate and sell and buy real estate right now, it would be great for you Capricorns. Definitely making bold decisions about finances, and that is more like investing in home and home improvement, or even furnitures. March 8th, Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces, so it could be something, it's gonna happen in your 3rd house. So it could be a little bit of fogginess at communication, but it could also actually blur the communication, because Neptune is fogginess, but it could also give you some kind of idealistic, beautiful, creative ideas. And you're going to become beautifully polished. You're going to become really spiritual. You can set up actually an online school and some kind of spiritual school as well. Something to do with your intuition, and actually you can become a medium, and you can have very, very amazing dreams and have a dream journal, and it is prophetic dreams actually that could come through for you guys. March 9th, Mars square Uranus in Taurus, and Mercury going to ingress Aries, and the same moment it's going to actually sextile Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius, like for the 20 years. It's going to be back in September in Capricorn for a little bit, but it's going to stay here for 20 years. It's changing your finances, anything about your earnings. So the sextile between Mercury and Pluto, it is positive. It's related anything to do with your home. You're going to transform your home. You're going to invest, as I said. Maybe you're going to make your home like a smart home. Yes, it could be that, like anything going to be AI ruled, or like AI driven. And then what else going to happen? Let me see your chart. I forgot what I wanted. Oh, Mars square Uranus in Taurus. So that's going to happen. It's going to involve your fifth house. And it could be anything to do with some kind of sudden changes, and it could be something disruptive, something with creativity. So you might or you can have a rebel child, like a teenager who doesn't want to listen, or at 2 years old and 4 years old, they don't listen also. So, you can have some kind of issues with a child, or it could be like, okay, there is a sudden change in my creativity. Like right now, I was all about, how I can create and write on my own or paint on my own. But right now I want to actually explore AI, but somehow it's give you that kind of restless feeling, like, should I even start it or not? Because if I'm going to get into that rabbit hole, I might not gonna get out from this. March 9th, Mercury enters Aries in your fourth house. Mercury here is a contract. You can buy a home, you can sell a home, you can do an exam. Actually, you can become a real estate agent, a mortgage broker, but more like real estate agent, I would say. Family conversations going to be heated discussion about the living situation, how you coexist in the house, whose responsibility is what, like even to give your children some kind of work. All right, and then the new moon gonna happen in your third house in Pisces. New moon is new beginning, planting new seeds, anything to do with skill-based studies. So you might going to start a school, you might, and it could be a spiritual school, because Pisces, or a nursing, you can become a nurse, or like it could be something with motherhood, because you are pregnant and you want to start something, how to breastfeed or things like that. It could be also to do something with the underprivileged, because Pisces rules the underprivileged, and in the third house, teaching them and how to talk to them. And or it could be like you going to buy a new car, which is going to be suiting for your family needs. You can actually, you're going to have new opportunities to begin a course or workshops, and you can teach the course or workshop. You can redesign your website and invite more clientele in. Short journeys, and start to work for a newspaper as well. All right, so that is new moon here. All right, and we're going to have March 19th, 20th, Sun enters Aries in your fourth house. The emphasis around your family matters. You're going to be assertive. There is heated conversation, as I said, with your family members. And remember, you had the square with Uranus in the fifth house, so it could be a rebellion children here, and it's going to bring in some kind of verbal conflict, something with verbal conflict, I would say. All right, And, like that emphasis in areas in the fourth house, careful in the kitchen, careful with fire in the kitchen. Definitely, like increased family matters and home life. Like Tao said, the house must be built on solid foundation, and your personal foundation right now, it's changing, it's getting stable, and it's getting better. Okay, and then we're going to have another aspect, which is Mars gonna go, on the 22nd, Mars is going enter Pisces. So that's why I said also, no, it's not, it's actually fight with a neighbor, or maybe perhaps being advocate for a community, a nearby community, or maybe being advocate for your younger sibling. It could be also some kind of fight, conflict, and it could be verbal conflict with a neighbor or with a sibling, younger sibling, short distance traveling, and you feel enthusiastic about that. You want to go for a spiritual journey. You're going to be really assertive, but your speech going to be more it's courageous. You're going to stand up for yourself, or stand up for the one who cannot talk for themselves. Then we're going to have March 25th full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, and it's going to happen in your 10th house. Well, Capricorns, 10th house is anything to do with your reputation, honor, and that is your career. You might going to actually have some kind of accusation with your reputation. You might going to eclipse out a career. Maybe you are ready to get retired. Maybe you're ready to actually transfer your career. You worked over there for 30 years, you're tired of it, you have new ideas, and you just want to start something new. All right, then March 29, Pallas Athene, which is the asteroid of wisdom, and she is a warrior goddess, going retrograde in Sagittarius in your 12th house. You're going to have an opportunity coming back, actually, to understand some kind of spiritual path what you didn't understand before, or you going back to a spiritual path what you practiced before. It could be actually some kind of hidden thing going to be revealed to you. It could be also like you're going to fight for yourself and fighting against the beast, the monster, with your addiction, and you're going to have an opportunity coming back to actually go to a retreat or a rehabilitation center. Yes, and then March 31st, Vesta going to enter Cancer in your 7th house. 7th house, anything to do with your significant other, anything to do with your legal matters, with your client. 7th house also that. So Vesta over here, eternal flame, passion, compassion. You might going to have a lot of followers. A legal matter can turn for your favor. You can get engaged, or you can get married. You can actually consult with your partner. You want to buy a house together. So that's all really good news with Vesta being here. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening, liking, and sharing, and commenting below. Bye for now. All right, let's go and move forward. Aquarius, rising, sun, and moon. This is your March astrology forecast. And we're going to start with March 1st, when Sun in Pisces sextile Jupiter in Taurus. It is really positive. It's going to affect your 2nd and your 4th house. It's going to be a positive aspect, and it's going to enhance your financial resources and something to do with your family life, your home life, with your security. So you're going to have opportunity maybe to invest in a property, or invest in family relationship, invest in your living situation. You can renovate your home, you can buy or sell your home, you can actually have a money to become a real estate agent. So it's all possible over there. You might going to receive financial bonus, and you can invest that actually into a property. And you can buy your house in the most desirable location. March 3rd, Venus in Aquarius, square Uranus in Taurus. This is a tension. Uranus is definitely a disruption. Uranus is definitely chaos. Venus is love and purency and affection and beauty. But you know, right now you're going to have a tension between how you're going to actually express yourself. So maybe you're going to go crazy and you're going to have a different style, or you're going to come out from the closet, you are gay or transgender, something like that, and your family not going to support you, unfortunately. But definitely it's a change in you, within you, and in your family dynamic. So not necessarily supportive energy. You know, it could lead to some kind of domestic matters and some kind of shift over here. All right. Then we're going to have March 4th, Mercury in Pisces, sextile Uranus in Taurus. This is, again, something disruptive, but because it's a sextile, it's a Venusian energy, it's going to be ideal. It's going to be an easy flow between your second and fourth house. Something to do with, as I said, contracts, something to do to boost actually your home situation. Actually, you can create some, as I said, smart homes, because Uranus is smart home. So you are capable to create a smart home or invest in something which is Uranian energy, technology, new computers, a new car, which could be a Tesla or any electric car, because there is a lot. Lucid is out, actually. I like Lucid. All right, March 5th, Mars in Aquarius, sextile North Node in Aries. North Node is Jupiterian energy. That is the head of the dragon. That is the path that you get to go on. So this is a really beautiful energy between your first house and third house. You know, the way you are expressing yourself, it's going to change. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to actually, the way you represent your company and your communication going to get better. You're going to invest in studying. You're going to invest in maybe in traveling also. Maybe you're going to visit your siblings or you know, invest in your neighborhood community. But definitely there is a lot of growth and it's bringing in better, the way you express yourself, it's going to be beautifully polished and very, very point on. All right, March 8th, Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces. It's going to happen in your second house. Anything to do with your values, self-worth, anything to do with the food that you're putting into your mouth, and anything to do with your earnings. Neptune over here might remind you, be careful, because there is a fogginess. Maybe you didn't read the label. Maybe you thought this food is really good for you and you know, actually it doesn't serve your health. Or maybe it could be too much drinking. Neptune could be something with pharmaceutical drugs. It could be anything to do with Neptunian energy, like fogginess, drinking, you know, drugs, anything like that. But on the other hand, in the second house, you might going to actually invest and buy a very, very expensive art, and that's how you're going to preserve your money. Yeah. You might going to have, if you are a photographer, a show, a talent show, and you create money with that. March 9th, Mars square Uranus in Taurus, and Mercury going to ingress Aries, and the same day going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. It's going to actually be the sextile gonna happen between your third and first house again. So that's definitely Uranian energy. It's a little bit of disruption, but it's a positive one. Because of Mercury in Aries, it's like assertive, and it's and you know, like you make sure you are heard. And Pluto in Aquarius also very powerful. So it could be something like, you know, my words are important. You have to listen to me. If you don't respect me, I demand respect for myself, that kind of situation. And if I see someone is looking at the phone or yawning, I'm out. I'm not interested. So you're going to become really powerful. But the square between Mars and Taurus is very intense. Mars and Taurus, Mars and and Uranus in Taurus is very intense. It's going to be something like it's like an eruption. It's like I can't hold something in, and it's going to happen in your fourth house, going to be involved. So, it could be like some kind of difficulties with a family member. As I said, you come out like a gay or transgender or anything, just unique with a new idea, and they don't support you. So it's going to be a fight about that situation. Even investment. Maybe you invested a lot of money in cryptocurrency and they don't believe in crypto, and that could be the reason of fight. All right, then March 9th, Mercury enters Aries in the third house. You're going to be assertive. Your communication is going to be really direct and very, very quick and fast. And even your decision making, even the way you are processing information, you're going to quickly learn everything. It's going to be easy right now to read, to study. And you might going to go for short distance traveling, but you want to have some speedy traveling. Maybe you're going to go with a fast car. And March 10th, new moon in Pisces in your second house. So, second house, new moon, anything to do with your finances, it's going to be great. It's planting a new seed. You're going to have a new earning opportunity. The way you are actually budgeting and your financial goals going to be really great, and it's growing. You're going to actually focus on building values, okay? And your material assets also going to somehow getting bigger and bigger. New moon, seeding, growing, yes. You can actually use basil for prosperity and green jade. You can always have green jade on because that's really good for southwest in feng shui and prosperity. It's giving you growth. And then we're going to have March 20th, Sun enters Aries in your third house. Communication is going to be really, really important. Anything to do with communication, anything to do with maybe you buying a sport car. Your vitality is going to be different, but right now the communication, the way you express yourself, going to be assertive and point on and very direct, very bold. The way you approach anything or the way you interact with anything going to be like mind-blowing. A lot of new ideas, taking a new course, anything with skill-based study. And then March 22nd, Mars enters Pisces. That's your second house, Pisces. And Mars over there wants to have money, wants to have a bonus, wants to have a raise, and it's not going to be ashamed to ask for it. And because Pisces is ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, Jupiter is blessing and expanding, and Neptune is higher octave of Venus. So you might going to get actually a good salary raise over here. March 25th, we're going to have a solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse in Libra in your ninth house. Traveling, foreign matters. You might going to actually finish a transition with a foreign country. You got finally your citizenship visa you were fighting for a long time, or you might going to live abroad and move home, move to your homeland. It could be anything with studying, you finishing your education, or you just going to quit school maybe. You are in university, second grade, third, and like, okay, that's not for me, and quitting it. Anything to do with ninth house matters. It could, eclipse out an opportunity with publishing or publishing a book. And then March 29th, we're going to have Pallas Athene going retrograde in your 11th house of Sagittarius. You can get back a friend. You can go back to a group, like anything to do with a social network, re-enter something. And Pallas Athene is wise. So when you re-enter something, you know what you want to do. Actually, long-term goals and wishes are coming back to you. And it's going to be more effective right now. And then March 31st, Vesta enters Cancer, and it's going to happen in your 6th house. Vesta is the eternal flame. It's compassion and passion. 6th house, anything to do with your career, with not a career, but with your work, with your daily routine, with health, with your tenancy, and with your pet. So it could be something like you're going to get a small dog, or you're going to start a new health regime. You can get a new coworker, or you are going to get hired. Or maybe you're going to get a rental property. So that's all possible for you. All right, Aquarius, you know the drill. Please subscribe, like, and comment below, and share my videos. I see you in a little bit. Bye for now. All right, beautiful Pisces, this is my last slide over here, and let me change for Pisces rising. Okay, if you have a Pisces rising sun and moon, this is your March astrology forecast. Pisces rising is everything about you, your body, the way you represent yourself, the way you represent your company, everything what surrounds you. And then the sun is your father figure and your career, your ego. The moon is subconscious, fears, tears, traveling, you taking your mother figure, and your emotions. So on the 1st, sun in Pisces. So happy birthday to you, sextile Jupiter in Taurus. It's positive, it's especially positive for you. Jupiter is your ruler anyway, it's your old avatar. So there it's going to be some kind of 1st house and 3rd house. It is really good for your personal identity is changing, but it's for the better communication. You're going to be very expressive or expansive. The way you talk, people want to connect you and talk to you and be around you. You're learning something new. Actually, you are going to have the foundation to learn something new. And it's something to do with skill-based studying. You can, actually a sibling can visit you, or you need to visit a sibling. Definitely great to make connections with people, connection with friends, with neighbors. So this is a good time. Sharing experience, start to blog on social media. And you're going to have a lot of positive feedbacks, actually, if you are having a YouTube channel or social media account, because of Jupiter is blessing you here. March 3rd, Venus in Aquarius, square Uranus in Taurus. It's going to be a tension between your 12th and your 3rd house. So, you know, anything is hidden. Somebody actually behind the scene may be trying to troll you, or, you know, like even on social media account, or somebody trying to spam call you, or giving your number actually to spam callers. And definitely that is tension. And it could be inner tension. It could be something like you need to process an information, and your subconscious doesn't really want to understand that, or let it go, or, you know, it's not coming to the surface. So you might going to lose sleep overnight because you are thinking a lot. You are thinking about a situation in your neighborhood, with your sibling, with a friend, you know, like there was some sabotaging behavior by someone, and, you know, you keep going back to the issue. But definitely it's a shift in your perspective. March 4th, Mercury in Pisces, sextile Uranus in Taurus. Well, this is good, because that's some kind of sudden, unexpected way of express yourself. And it could be like you're going to start to study AI, you're going to start to prompt AI and maybe sell it, and you're making money out from it. Definitely, your communication is going to be not uplifting, but maybe even disturbing for others, because there's going to be a lot of knowledge, and you're going to share information maybe with clients or with people, especially if you are on social media and blogging or doing something journalism, but people are not necessarily ready for. So be careful with that, because not everybody is ready for the truth. March 5th, Mars in Aquarius, sextile North Node in Aries. It's going to involve your 2nd and your 12th house. anything to do with your subconscious, anything to do with your inner personal growth. And, it could be money could come from foreign countries, money could come from faraway countries, or if you invested in oil or natural gas, or maybe you had a boutique hotel or, a retreat center, money finally selling out right now and coming to you. Your values became spiritual, really, really deeply spiritual right now. Yes, then March in Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces, that is your sign, it's in your first house. You can become a little bit confusing or really, really, dreamy. For example, you're going to have a lot of lucid dream. The way you are talking, it's going to be very spiritual and very touchy. There is a lot of forgiveness going on. And also there is a lot of creative pursuit. So something to do with spiritual insight, something to do with empathic communication, downloading information from the Akashic record, from the universe, through your dreams could happen right now. Or teaching, actually, some kind of spiritual matters could come to you as well. You definitely have to maintain boundaries because people could come to you and seek for connection and seek for your advice, and you're going to be overwhelmed. March 9th, Mars going to square Uranus in Taurus, and Mercury going to ingress Aries and sextile Pluto in Aquarius right away. So the sextile going to be really present. It's between your 2nd and 12th house again. So Mercury and Pluto, there is a powerful communication. Your values are changing. Your spiritual values are changing. Pluto is giving you power over here, power to invest in something, power actually to do researches in investment, how to create more money, how to get more money and earn more money. And then your 3rd house is going to be affected by this square between Mars and Uranus. So there is some kind of abruptive and tension, sudden change, sudden challenge in your neighborhood. Maybe it could be like a neighborhood shooting or somebody speeding and, hit someone in the neighborhood. It could be like some kind of explosion. But definitely it could be very intense energy there, or it could be in the neighborhood community, or it could be something happening with your brother or sister, younger one. All right, niece and nephew, because of the 3rd house rules that as well. Relatives, they can get involved because not everything has to be about you. It could happen with your family members, right? All right, so all right, March 9th, Mercury enters Aries, as I said, your 2nd house. Contracts, negotiation, asking for more salary could be possible for you. Anything to do with sales, if you are selling any mental properties. So if you are teaching or writing or YouTubing, that could actually increase your salary right now, which is great. The new moon going to happen in your sign, in Pisces, in your 1st house on the 10th. So it is new ideas, personal growth, anything to do with a new beginning. You might going to get a new home, a new job, a new lover, everything, whatever you wish for, whatever you put and set your mind on, it could happen, law of attraction, law of vibration. So the way you present yourself is changing. Maybe you're just going to have a lot of massages or new hair done or new hair color, your wardrobe, and you will feel like $1 million. Your self-image is changing. You're going to present yourself to the world like, okay, here I am, look at me. I'm all about spirituality because it's Pisces and I can teach you. March 11th, Venus going to enter your sign. And, Venus in Pisces is exalted. So it's really like to be in your sign, and you love Venus over here because, it's giving you luxury and comfort, and it's spoil you. It is like, all right, let's buy that very expensive cream because, as I said, it feels so good on my skin, and things like that. So I have a Pisces sun in 4 degrees. So actually the full moon happened on my birthday, in Virgo. So yeah, it is a lot of change over here, but it's March right now. So yeah, anything to do with Venusian energy, maybe writing, maybe doing some art, maybe script writing, photography, or have a boudoir photography because you feel like you want to have it, or maybe learning how to put makeup on yourself, or hiring a makeup artist could be possible. Use moonstone, amethyst, lavender, anything Piscean, water lily, because it would help you during this new moon lunation. March 20th, Sun going to ingress Aries. That is the astrological new year, the 21st, right? It's going to happen in your second house, anything to do with money, earning, bonuses, your self-worth, going to get emphasize your self-worth. So it's good. It's all good about that. You're going to ask for salary raise and you're going to get it. Yeah, self-worth. So, Albert Einstein said the value of a man resides in what he gives and not in what he is capable to receiving. So giving, and especially you being a Pisces, you understand giving actually it feels better than receiving many times. All right, guys, and then March 22nd, Mars gonna enter Pisces. So we have actually a stellium in Pisces in the first house. Like as I said, you're going to be really driven, you're going to have a lot of vitality, you're going to be assertive and energetic, like increased energy. And in Pisces, you might going to be advocate for the underprivileged, or you might going to be advocate for some kind of art project, or the orphans, or you're going to start to feed the homelesses or the orphans. Definitely great time to start personal project or some kind of new health regime. Okay, so this is good if you want to lose, for example, Mars over here is active, a new workout routine so you can lose weight. You can have some kind of ginger, cayenne pepper, anything Martian, which is help with your metabolism. And then we're going to have March 25th, the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra in the 8th house. Something finishing with mortgage. You might going to finally sign that mortgage paper and get the mortgage, or pay off debt, or maybe you had an issue with identity theft and you're going to find the person who stole from you. It could be something with a prenup is ending, or something to do with an alimony is ending, perhaps for some of you. It could be like maybe there was a medical malpractice, you sued someone and right now you will get paid out. Tax refund, like those kind of matters, taboos. Unfortunately, this full moon for some of you could end a pregnancy. It could be either a miscarriage or an abortion. So be careful if you didn't want to get pregnant, and be mindful about that. But then it's ending a debt for you, a karmic debt. Maybe you had to go to psychologist and Libra because of your partner and mediator, but right now it's ending and you're ready to divorce or ready to actually find a way back together. And March 29th, Pallas Athene in Sagittarius is gonna go retrograde in your 10th house. You're getting back a job, something what you thought it's lost, and they're getting back to you, and it's going to be very, very hopeful and a happy, like change in your career. So your career going to actually have some good opportunity with Pallas retrograde over here, especially if you fight for freedom, if you are a spiritual teacher, anything to do with spiritual beliefs, religion, astrology, anything like that, Sagittarius, right? Publishing, it could be great for. And March 31st, Vesta going to enter Cancer, that's your 5th house, your kids, your romance, and your investment. Vesta actually a great investment asteroid over here. So you might going to invest in houses or properties, or you might going to invest in the way you are living. So renovate the home, in your children's life, in maybe your children's dorm. It could be like Cancer, very nurturing. There is going to be a lot of nurturing time with your children, maybe traveling together, but you know, like warmth and nurturing and a lot of talk, and it feel like peace and home. Wherever you go together, it's gonna feel like home, and it's really nice. Maybe even have a new agent, manager, start a creative project. Vesta over here going to give you a lot of passion, a lot of zest. All right, guys, you know the drill. If you like my video, please subscribe, like, and comment below and share it with your friend. I'm going to come up really soon with the Mercury retrograde in fire sign. Look out for that, and thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.